Computer Science for Visually Challenged. Fundamentals Unit 3. Computer Generations. Generation in computer terminology is a change in technology a computer was being used. Initially, the generation term was used to distinguish between varying hardware technologies. Nowadays, generation includes both hardware and software, which together make up an entire computer system. There are 5 computer generations known till date. Each generation has been discussed in detail along with their time period and characteristics. Following are the main 5 generations of computers. First generation computers. The period of first generation was from 1946–1959. The computers of first generation used vacuum tubes as the basic components for memory and circuitry for CPU, Central Processing Unit. These tubes, like electric bulbs, produced a lot of heat and the installations used to fuse frequently. Therefore, they were very expensive and only large organizations were able to afford it. In this generation, mainly batch processing operating system was used. Punch cards, paper tape, and magnetic tape was used as input and output devices. The computers in this generation used machine code as the programming language. The main features of the first generation are: vacuum tube technology, unreliable, supported machine language only, very costly, generated a lot of heat, slow input and output devices, huge size, need of AC-15, non-portable, consumed a lot of electricity. Some computers of this generation were ENIAC, EDVAC, UNIVAC, IBM 701, IBM 650. Second generation computers. The period of second generation was from 1959–1965. In this generation, transistors were used that were cheaper, consumed less power, more compact in size, more reliable and faster than the first generation machines made of vacuum tubes. In this generation, magnetic cores were used as the primary memory and magnetic tape and magnetic disks as secondary storage devices. In this generation, assembly language and high-level programming languages like Fortran, COBOL were used. The computers used batch processing and multi-programming operating system. The main features of second generation are: use of transistors, reliable in comparison to first generation computers, smaller size as compared to first generation computers, generated less heat as compared to first generation computers, consumed less electricity as compared to first generation computers, faster than first generation computers, still very costly, AC required, supported machine and assembly languages. Some computers of this generation were IBM 1620, IBM 7094, CDC 1604, CDC 3600, UNIVAC 1108. Third generation computers. The period of third generation was from 1965–1971. The computers of third generation used integrated circuits, ICs, in place of transistors. A single IC has many transistors, resistors, and capacitors along with the associated circuitry. The IC was invented by Jack Kilby. This development made computers smaller in size, reliable and efficient. In this generation, remote processing, time sharing, multi-programming operating system were used. High-level languages, Fortran 2–IV, COBOL, Pascal Place, 1, Basic, Algol 68 etc., were used during this generation. The main features of third generation are: IC used, more reliable in comparison to previous 2 generations, smaller size, generated less heat, faster, lesser maintenance, costly, AC required, consumed lesser electricity, supported high-level language. Some computers of this generation were IBM 360 series, Honeywell 6000 series, PDP, Personal Data Processor, IBM-370 168. TDC 316. Fourth generation computers. The period of fourth generation was from 1971–1980. Computers of fourth generation used very large-scale integrated, VLSI, circuits. VLSI circuits having about 5,000 transistors and 18 other circuit elements with their associated circuits on a single chip made it possible to have microcomputers of fourth generation. Fourth generation computers became more powerful, compact, reliable, and affordable. As a result, it gave rise to personal computer, PC, revolution. In this generation, time sharing, real-time networks, distributed operating system were used. All the high-level languages like C, C++, DBASE etc. were used in this generation. The main features of fourth generation are: VLSI technology used. Very cheap. Portable and reliable. Use of PCs. Very small size. Pipeline processing. No AC required. Concept of Internet was introduced. Great developments in the fields of networks. Computers became easily available. Some computers of this generation were: December 10, 19. Star 1000. PDP-11. Cray 1, supercomputer. Cray XMP, supercomputer. Fifth generation computers. The period of fifth generation is 1980 till date. In the fifth generation, VLSI technology became ULSI, ultra-large-scale integration, technology, resulting in the production of microprocessor chips having 10 million electronic components. This generation is based on parallel processing hardware and AL, artificial intelligence, software. AL is an emerging branch in computer science, which interprets the means and method of making computers think like human beings. All the high-level languages like C and C++, Java, .NET etc., are used in this generation. AL includes robotics, neural networks, game playing, development of expert systems to make decisions in real-life situations. The main features of fifth generation are: Black Circle ULC technology, development of true artificial intelligence, development of natural language processing, advancement in parallel processing, advancement in superconductor technology, more user-friendly interfaces with multimedia features, availability of very powerful and compact computers at cheaper rates. Some computer types of this generation are: desktop, laptop, notebook, ultrabook, Chromebook 21.